waiting for the two cock your fire, bring the weapon to the full cock, meaning present each one of these men bearing down range with their weapons, taking careful aim, each one being able to hit a man-sized target anywhere up to 80 to 100 yards consistently, waiting quietly and patiently for that final order. Fire! Each one of these weapons is going to go off, and instinctively, these men are going to bring it right back to their chest so they're ready to do the whole thing over again if need be. Now, firemen, load! And with this, each one of these men is going to go through loading the weapon as quickly as they can, waiting for set orders as soon as whoever in charge sees that the fans are front, about, and each one at the same time bringing the weapon to the left-hand side of their bodies, front rank presenting their weapons, and waiting for that order to, when they will fire independently on their own initiative, fire! And as soon as they're done firing, they'll withdraw behind their final partner and load their weapon. The man they replace themselves with, constantly pointing a loaded gun down range. So they're never caught off guard, and they always are properly defending this fortified work. Now you can see just the 6 of us doing this right now, loaded. But you can imagine maybe an entire company, maybe an entire battalion going through this. Over 200 men stretching hundreds of yards down 12-foot-high walls, constantly putting off a steady stream of projectiles down range so they're never caught off guard. And they can keep doing this over and over and over again, working as teammates, letting each other know when they're loaded so they're not caught on the nose. And they can do this over and over and over, continuously putting the rounds down range. And you can imagine seeing this at the height of maybe late June of 1767. You have an entire British army making their way down the lake and pressuring Fort Ticonderoga. And you would have seen thousands of Americans loaded, doing this style of parapet firing. They can keep doing it over and over and over again until they get that order to cease fire. And with that, the front will fire off whatever rounds they have left. And as soon as they're done that, they'll come right.
I grew up with the day silver shoe buckles. But even when you couldn't afford silver shoe buckles, you had a pair of silver shoe buckles.
But the service plan of the shoe buckles, that's where they get it. Which, as we start to sew into the main structural seam that holds the shoe together, this is going to go on there and provide us a little rim around the outside you can sew down through. This allows us to sew the sole on to something else entirely. He's doing the ever-present job in the public school.
So, for example, wool typically is going to come from England. They're the main producers of woolen textiles. France is close behind that they use every day, whether it be tools or pottery or textiles, any of these things, which you can imagine is going to be kind of problematic when the Americans and the British are at war. At which point you're going to find